The business aviation is better than business class. And is it better? Let's make the video more interesting. We will arrange a competition, business class versus business jet, and at the end we will choose the winner by the number of points. Everything is fair if you ask me. Let's start with the comfort on board. Business class can be different on different airlines. Especially on short flights, business class does not differ much from economy one. Usually, these are exactly the same seats as in the economy cabin, just with more legroom and a curtain separating the two classes. Some airlines have slightly wider seats in business class. Sometimes they are made of artificial leather, and they also leave a large space so that you can stretch your legs, but this is still not much different from economy class. If we are talking about longer flights of 5, 6 or 10 hours or even longer, then most airlines keep the business class cabin with fairly comfortable seats with electric adjustment, ottoman for legs, and often these chairs are laid out at a large angle, and sometimes they can even be transformed into full-fledged single bed. For business class, there is an additional service on the plane. Passengers are served alcohol on board, and there is an opportunity to choose lunch from expanded menu. And food is served not in standard foil bowls, but on dishes made of polyester or even porcelain and glass. And what can business aviation answer to this? In any private plane, from smallest Cessna Mustang or Phantom 100 to huge super expensive Boeing business jet and Airbus corporate jet, you will find a luxurious and comfortable cabin with a carpet on the floor, tables made of a natural wood, velour sofa, and of course leather armchairs, any of which, starting from the middle class of airplanes, can be laid out in a comfortable bed, and in many airplanes there are also a separate sofa where you can take a nap even on a short cover. Not limited menus that you do not choose but compose and order according to your individual taste. Do you want a burger and french fries from fast food, and your companion wants grilled sea bass and mango sorbet ice cream at the end of the meal? No problem at all, you can order all this renting a private jet. 1 point goes to business aviation. Privacy on board and in the airport. When you fly business class, in any case you have to go through all the formalities at the airport and then fly on a plane with a lot of strangers. In such environment, it's quite difficult to discuss business or just relax during the flight, especially because of kids.
If you don't stop screwing around back there, this is what I'm gonna do with you.
Choosing a private jet, you choose privacy. In small private aviation terminals, they call it GAT or General Aviation Terminal, from where private planes usually takes off, there are very few people. It often even happens that only you and your company and the airport staff, of course, are in the terminal building. And for sure, there will be no one on the plane except you and the crew. Deserves 1 point, business aviation. Flexibility. You're not dependent on the airline schedule if you rent a private jet. No queues, no need to wait for the other passengers, no need to come to the airport 2 hours before the flight. You can arrive 30 minutes before departure time. Buying a business class ticket or even first class ticket, you're completely dependent on the airline for its breakdowns, delays, and so on. Plus 1 point to business aviation. The price. And 1 point goes to business class piggy bank. It's so obvious I don't think I even need to explain this. Convenience. In business class, you'll not always be able to fly directly to your destination point. Often, in order to fly somewhere in a regular plane, you need to make one or even several transfers. Especially it's inconvenient on night flights. This is very uncomfortable and also wastes our most expensive resource, our time. On the other hand, by renting a private plane, you will fly where you need to go directly, without any transfers, which not only helps you to stay fresh and also gives you more opportunity to spend more emotions on vacation or to hold a business meeting more productively. And plus to that, direct flights save a lot of time. Thank you, Captain Obvious. So, 1 more point goes to private aviation, and we continue. Personal manager. If you're going to find a business jet for rent, go to the avitara-aero.com website or tap the link in the description, and you will find not only flight calculation, but also your own personal manager who will be in touch around the clock to solve all the situation on the flight and will fulfill all your desires within framework of the assigned tasks for the flight, of course. In private aviation, there is a huge variety of airplanes for each unique task. You will be able to pick up your plane to fly comfortably and not overpay at the same time. And I bet you would like to know what types and huge variety of business jet exists. Subscribe to the channel, push the like button, ring the bell, and you won't miss the next video where I will tell you about it. Well, and now today's competition, Business Aviation wins almost dry.